I think, oh. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our show. Live from Vienna, Austria, it's Saturday morning. Well, in some parts of the world, it is anyway. In case you're watching this for the first time or later than it actually aired live on YouTube, please keep in mind that every Saturday at 9:30 a.m. New York time, that is Eastern Standard Time, we air this show, okay? And my name is Sister Vassa of Coffee with Sister Vassa fame and infamy, right? Juliet is here to giggle at my jokes. It makes me feel better about them. What is going on, everybody, in the church calendar right now? Well, obviously, we are either already in the Nativity fast if we are on the so called new calendar, and we are preparing for it if we are on the older calendar within the Orthodox churches. We actually have at least, well, two major calendars, and then if you count the Church of Finland, that also celebrates Pascha or Easter, not according to the calendar more Paschalia or Paschal calendar more commonly used in the Orthodox churches, then we have several calendar systems working in our various churches. Despite that fact, Juliet, please don't close the window. It's very stuffy. No. Um, so Anyway, if we are on the older calendar, my friends, then we will be beginning the Nativity fast this upcoming Wednesday. Okay? Now, in this beautiful city of Vienna, I have to say, we are in full swing with the Christmas season. You know that commercially speaking, Christmas time begins quite early before we've even celebrated Thanksgiving. In America, we did celebrate Thanksgiving. Well, I find myself in Vienna, Austria, as I've said, but I am very much aware that my family and you, my family of zillions, did celebrate, those of you in the US anyway, celebrated this past Thursday. So that wonderful feast is behind us now. Nonetheless, the Christmas season and the shopping season, if you look at it that way, is upon us. So here in the picture I've put up, we do see, and I find it encouraging actually for us getting on the wagon of the Nativity fast, and also for those of you who are Latin Christians of the Roman Catholic Church or other related traditions of Western Christianity. Next Sunday, you will be beginning Advent, the first Sunday of Advent being next week. Anyway, but I find that the Christmas decorations and festivities help to excite me about starting the Nativity fast. If you belong to a church that does have fasting in the specific way that I'm talking about of the Byzantine tradition. So I wanted to mention that because I am particularly excited about the fast this year, which I, as an older calendar, Russian Orthodox, will be beginning on Wednesday. And one of my close friends actually has asked me if I would do together with her connecting this upcoming fast with a diet she wants to try out. She was suffering a little bit from depression, had let herself go, and I said, "All right, I am into connecting some insights of modern day nutrition." I don't know what you call it, nutritional science, or the study of proper nutrition. Uh, that was smooth, right? So the diet I don't know, I'm going to do a modified version of this within the framework of our fasting rules in the Orthodox Church, or according to the Typicon. We abstain from all animal products, basically. So, no dairy products. And yes, that includes eggs. I don't know why people ask that question. Does that include eggs? No meat, but we can have fish. This is not one of the strictest fasts, the one preceding the Nativity. And yes, Christmas is coming, yay. It is not one of the strictest fasts. If you do follow it very strictly, according to the book, which I find is not even done in convents that I've lived in and monasteries, but then you would also limit your intake of fish and oil. So if you're looking to lose weight, what I showed you, everybody, is this fast metabolism diet. It can be done within the framework of our fasting tradition, but it doesn't have portion control. Anyway, I don't know if you people are interested in this, but some of us can use some dieting every now and then, and certainly fasting. That's why it's built in to the church calendar in the Byzantine tradition, because we're better than you if you don't have that in your church tradition. So it's helpful sometimes to refresh, regenerate your batteries. Are people mad at me for saying that? If you don't know my sense of humor, my beloved viewers. So some of us, if we gain weight, and I have recently, after traveling around, I was in the United States, and then I had an unexpected trip to the United States because of Father Taft's funeral. This threw me off my schedule, and sort of, I also begin to experience like back pain and this middle-aged stuff, So I'm glad if that there is a reason, a good reason, a meaningful reason also to connect a certain weight loss goal with a fasting season. So it's not just about your whatever neuroses you might have that lead you to be a compulsive dieter, but in a serious sense that is connected to our health concerns, I find, benefit from having a plan when it comes to eating, and also exercise, right? So what I'm going to be doing is, with this close friend of mine, we're going to be comparing notes. I even got myself a little notebook to keep a food journal. We're both doing this. Should I mention here that we sell these notebooks at our gift shop? If you're interested in journaling for any reason, be it food or something else, we only have a few of these left because they, for some reason, Juliet, I'm just doing this thing. This is a really lame pitch right now for this notebook, but they're actually quite popular. It has an attractive orange band there, and if you're looking for perhaps a Christmas gift, it's a little tricky with the postal service though, because we do ship from Vienna, Austria. Can we guarantee at this point that it's going to come on time for Christmas? Well, if you order this week, we hope that it will come for Christmas, but I've had bad experiences with the postal service here. Anyway, we're marking down as far as getting on the wagon of the Nativity fast, but connecting it with certain weight loss goals as well, because both of us, my friend and I, are at an age where that is a concern health-wise. Marking down also the daily power walk. She's doing exercise a little bit differently. She's doing some strength training. She's right now quite overweight and needs to take this slowly. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you, my friends, because I don't know if you have a post-Thanksgiving weight loss plan that you might need, and I just wanted to throw this in connection with the Nativity fast, that perhaps we have an instrument in our tradition as well that we can pick up and utilize with meaning as we prepare with this meaning. The meaning being, we're preparing for greeting the vision, for clearing our house, so to say, of the extra baggage, also weight-wise, okay, shedding some extra pounds in order to, with refreshed energy and a clearer vision, right, greet and take in the mystery of the incarnation of the second person of the Holy Trinity, the sending down to us of God's only begotten Son. And when he appears in our midst at his birth in Bethlehem. Okay? So, Let me see who's with us, Juliet. Oh, we have a few more people coming on as we proceed. Everybody, if you're just joining us, then I have been going on and on about a certain diet plan as a suggestion to people, not about any specific diet, except for the specific diet of the Nativity fast, okay? If you're experiencing post-Thanksgiving, extra pounds, or end of November extra pounds, because it's getting dark very early, and somehow people are getting discouraged, I think, about certain things and getting stuck in sinful patterns sometimes. It's all the fault of, what is it? It's that it gets dark too early. It's the weather. Yes, it's the weather. So we wanna not be discouraged and be proactive. Okay. So I'll be sharing with you a little bit also on my audio podcasts about my little bits of progress in this intention for this upcoming for us on the older calendar Nativity fast. Okay, because we can utilize that for our spiritual and physical health. Okay, end of that part. Let me say hello to you lovely people already here. Bob Krivanis is here, and he is the first. He wins the prize. It's this invisible kitten that is now his. Take good care of him. I know that I stole that from, do you know who? Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah. All right, Bob, hello. Ami is with us. She calls herself Andis Taxis here on YouTube. Good morning, she says, Sister and Juliet. Juliet muttered something, and I presume she's saying good morning back to you. All right, she has affirmed that. Lynn, hello to you, Lynn Tomlinson. It's so good to see you as well. Good morning, Sister and Zillions. And Juliet, she says. Juliet says hello to you as well, Lynn. Marcy, hello. Good morning, ladies, she says. Nightingale, 1962. Hello to you, our good friend. Wait, this skipped. All right, let me just say hello. Yvonne from Luxembourg is with us. Hello. So the usual culprits are here. I am glad to see you people. She says, Juliet and the Zillions the world over. Diana Hampala. Good morning, Sister Vassa and Juliet from the cold north of, wait for it, Embarrass, Minnesota. It wouldn't be the same without embarrass, right? It's good to see you. Oh my goodness! Guess who's with us, everybody? He's hiding behind a mysterious name, but I believe the Rob of Coffee with Sister Vassa fame is with us. Hello, Rob. It's so nice to see you join us. He's saying hello and happy Thanksgiving weekend. Rob actually was here in Vienna this week. So he visited, and with the rest of the crew, we actually watched, this is a coffee headquarters tradition, we watch a Hallmark Channel movie, one of these really corny Christmas ones, where, usually the female heroine, as opposed to the male heroine, which is a drug. So don't do it, kids. So the heroine usually, somehow ends up marrying a prince in some very funny named country like Bulgaria or a made-up country. So we watch it, and Rob has really funny comments all the time. And we place bets, like there have to be certain cliches in each of these movies. There's usually like a gazebo somewhere there's a Christmas fair. They definitely make Christmas cookies at some point. The couple, as they're getting to know each other, has to have a snowball fight. It's disappointing if they don't, because these things have to happen. And the word magical in connection with Christmas has to occur like within the first 10 minutes. Otherwise, I lose my bet, because that's what my bet is on. Is this a cynical thing to do about those nice Hallmark Channel movies, everybody? Yes, probably it is. All right, so I'm saying hello anyway to the Rob. Everybody say hello to Rob, because Rob is now unexpectedly watching the show. Who else? Who have I missed? Anybody? Cynthia, hello, Cynthia. You don't be sorry that you were late. It's fine. I have said nothing of importance except for the fact that Juliet is with us, and so is Rob. He is watching the show from Berlin. As one of my Muslim friends says, from Syria, he keeps calling Berlin Bardin. And I'm trying to teach my... Anyway, I told you the story about some of our Muslim friends that we tutor in German. All right, everybody. Who else is with us? Yvonne, we already said hello to you, right? It's good to see you. I am connecting the upcoming with getting to bed at a healthy time. Excellent, Yvonne. I had to say, yeah, me too. Always at the same time, right? I'm going to try to go to sleep as well, very early, and get up very early. That's sort of my regular schedule, but it has gotten thrown off, and it makes me feel not very good. Frank is with us. Frank Sawyer. Am I pronouncing that correctly, or are you French and I have to say it a fancy way? Sister, I want to ask you about actual themes in liturgics for doctoral dissertations. Okay, well, Frank, if you want to actually consult me about something like that, you might want to look into a video chat, okay? Because if you need a consultation and something like that, it's usually a long conversation, okay? So check out our website and the possibilities for signing up for that. This week we had several of them, and it's always fascinating to me as well to meet you people face to face. Do you know the link to our website should be underneath this video? But before I go on, everybody, let me say a few more things about the church calendar and what's going on now, all right? I want to also address a tiny, well, not a very tiny, but I want to address in a non, divisive way, which is very difficult, a certain church political issue, briefly, so hang in there for that. But I want to mention that today, how do we get rid of this, Juliet, the Christmas picture? All right, St. Catherine. It is today on the so-called new calendar, St. Catherine. So I have to say, because amongst the zillions there are several prominent Catherines, happy name day if you are a Catherine and on the new calendar. Otherwise, if you're older calendar, in 2 weeks we will have this great saint celebrated, Saint, the great martyr of Alexandria, Catherine, who, was extremely talented, extremely intelligent young woman in Alexandria in Egypt in the early 4th century. And in the persecution of the Emperor Maximian, she was called towards the end of her not very long life to bear witness to Christ and was put to death for it. Now, to her faith in Christ, that is. It's interesting in this life, I have never made a video about this great saint, but that she is not only praised, it's sort of typical in the lives of female saints. I have to say that they are often, especially the martyrs, it's often pointed out by the writer of the Vita, or the life of the saint, that she's extraordinarily beautiful. So it's also said about St. Catherine, but what's really stressed is her intelligence, that she was so highly educated, and she was of noble lineage, but her remarkable intelligence and the fact that she had read across the board there are listed the ancient philosophers, and that she had also studied medicine and knew the writings of Hippocrates and others. It just goes through this list of her talents, and also her attitude, because she, being of noble lineage of some sort, there are in the sources that vary as to the details of her life. There are various descriptions of what family she was from, but what we commonly find is that she was not brought up in the Christian faith. It was towards the end of her short life that she came to Christianity. She was educated and brought up in pagan and sort of the best of what pagan society had to offer. And she really had decided, for not reasons of the Christian faith, just for her own reasons, because she was fiercely independent, that she does not want to get married. She had many suitors, but she announced to her parents. Her mother actually was secretly a Christian, so that's how finally Catherine is converted. That her mother sends her to her own spiritual father, that was an elder somewhere in the wilderness, and he sends Catherine to go talk to him. Because her mother doesn't really know what to do with this daughter of hers who says, I'm not going to get married unless you introduce me to a suitor who is more beautiful, more of higher lineage, more intelligent, and more wealthy than I am. He has to, uh, how do I say this? He has to be better than me in all these ways. Otherwise, I'm not interested in marrying anybody that is going to be my inferior. So the elder ends up saying to this hard-headed woman, you might say, to quote Cat Stevens, right? Is a hard-headed woman. Don't worry about it, everybody. If that Juliet has no idea what I'm talking about, or do you? She doesn't. The elder says to Catherine that he knows such a suitor, and that he's referring to Jesus Christ. So she ends up receiving holy baptism, and this was when she is introduced to Christ. She's like, oh, this is Mr. Right, for me. So it is a remarkable story about St. Catherine. Happy St. Catherine's Day to those of you New Calendar people who are watching, all right? The other saint I should mention, everybody, is, even though on the older calendar we have quite a list of remarkable saints for today, like the martyrs, great martyr Menas, also from Egypt, and Victor and Vicentius from there. But I just gave honorable mention to those great saints. I know that they are quite venerated and popular in Egyptian Christianity. But St. Theodore the Studite is the one that I need to mention. As far as Byzantine tradition goes, really, Hall of Fame, one of the greatest monastic saints, very influential in our liturgical, some parts of our liturgical traditions. The original, he's not the only one that contributed to the formation of the Studite Typicon. However, the definitely, the founder of the famous Studion monastery in Constantinople, and prolific writer, ascetical writer, and interested in describing the monastic order of his type and style. Anyway, St. Theodore the Studite is today, everybody. I don't want to fill this whole show up with rambling incoherently, right? But it wouldn't be the first time. 1 second. Who else is with us, everybody? Oh yeah, here's what I wanted to address before I get to the rest of your comments, my beloved viewers. Let's get St. Theodore tucked away here. And I have to mention this, everybody. We are experiencing some temporary, of course, divisions, disagreements within two major branches of Orthodoxy today. That is my beloved church, the Russian Orthodox one, and the Constantinopolitan Patriarchate. Yes? So what I want to address, just briefly, everybody, is that some, I have to say, not only lay people, but unfortunately also priests, have been forwarding me some quite outrageous claims, not by any means made by with, I have to say, reputable journalistic methods against certain patriarchs, but very specifically, I have to say, especially against the Patriarch of Constantinople, a lot of outrageous accusations of, you know, I, I don't. It's not my purpose to spread this somehow further, but I want to just indicate that that we, whatever side of the issue of Ukraine one finds oneself on, right? Um, we do remember that that the bishops do carry the cross amongst them at the highest levels of church hierarchy to resolve these issues. But it's not open season, everybody. It's not open season on Orthodox bishops now and on patriarchs or the Patriarch of Constantinople. And especially if you're going to be claiming that you're concerned with canonicity and canonical actions, and you think that you should be calling out or accusing someone, we have a canon, and I just have to say this because I think that it's detrimental to our church identity, not only to the children who hear sometimes very just really outrageous insults hurled at an Orthodox patriarch. I think that it's detrimental to our sense of church dignity. And it's not my opinion that this is detrimental. In our canonical tradition, we have Canon 55 of the Holy Apostles, which is part of our canonical codex. You might say, sister, don't quote ancient canons at us, but I'm addressing those who are bringing up issues of canonicity, so I'm presuming that they would care about this canon. Here is Canon 55, I'm just going to briefly mention it, of the Holy Apostles, which forbids any clergy to insult a bishop, okay? If anyone of the clergy should insult, ivrisi, the word is used here, so is this connected? This verb in Greek, is it connected to hubris? Yes, it is. That means, sort of remarkable or extreme self-confidence and arrogance, right? So if someone arrogantly and outrageously insults a bishop, let him be deposed. Deposed from what? From the office of his, from his office, be it priest, a deacon, or whatever, right? For, and here is quoted, Exodus, this is also quoted in the book of Acts, for thou shalt not speak ill of your people's ruler. Does this only mean your own bishop you're not supposed to speak ill against? Well, no, it means any bishop. And if you read the 12th century commentators and later commentators to this canon, it means you do have to respect. Doesn't mean you don't have freedom of speech to discuss certain issues, but the personal attacks and not only insinuations, but saying things like that I don't want to repeat here, but personally about the all holiness or lack thereof and so forth of certain patriarchs is not allowed if you're going to talk about canons. But if you don't care about canonical propriety or all of that, then don't take issue with issues of canonicity with regard to the problem of Ukraine, all right? But if you think that it's open season on an Orthodox patriarch, well, I'm sorry, but you're not allowed to say everything and anything that comes into your head or, disseminate yellow journalism with, I read some of this garbage, and it works with, first of all, anonymous articles written by God knows whom, and even if they're not anonymous, by, I don't know, somebody who obviously is not an expert at Orthodox canon law, and they are rather few in our world, but also with, operating with phrases like a confidential source in the State Department has told this analyst. Well, excuse me, there's immediately obvious, at least two problems with that sentence that make it very dubious as to its veracity. All right, so God help us. Please don't get angry at me. I find it important to indicate that we take down a notch, some of this outrageous stuff and just take pause, all right? And please don't send me this garbage if you're watching this and you have. All right. Anyway, I love you people and forgive me, all right? That was something I felt I needed to say. We do want to provide you, my friends out there, with two inspirational quotes for the Nativity fast. I'm looking at the time now. We are at 30 minutes. All right, one second. Before I do that, I wanna indicate to you from Matthew 17. If I don't get to it, let me just tell you what I was going to say. If I don't get to the quote, okay, there is in Matthew 17 the healing of the boy who is an epileptic, right? And at the end of it, at the end of this incident, where of course our Lord Jesus Christ heals this boy after the disciples couldn't heal him, because see, the father of this boy describes his condition, that he says, comes up to Jesus and says, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he often falls into the fire and often into the water, because of his condition. So anyway, I'm not going to read the whole quote because we're running short of time. This is connected to fasting, however, everybody. At the end of this, one second, I took down our logo. Juliet's trying to be helpful, but I am being obstructive here somehow. So at the end of this, there is this, what is actually missing in some of the ancient manuscripts, however, is witnessed to enough to be entered into our Textus Receptus and is traditionally read here. However, the Lord says, after the disciples ask, why could we not cast out this demon? He says, this kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting. Okay, so that was what was missing in battling this particular kind of demon. Now, I just want to draw your attention to the fact that the father had indicated that this boy, because of this demon of whom he was possessed, by whom he was possessed, was self-destructive. He would be throwing himself into water and fire. So, whatever ways in which we have become self-destructive, perhaps because of our unhealthy eating habits, perhaps we have developed unhealthy drinking habits, sleeping habits, it's ultimately self-destructive, right? And it is only abstinence connected with prayer, right, that is helpful here. Could we, do you get what I'm saying? So let me think of fasting in connection with the self-destructive aspect to not taking care of oneself. Okay, there are extreme cases of this, of course. I'm not talking about throwing yourself into fire or off a bridge or something. I'm talking about sometimes the more mild ways in which we do that, and develop perhaps also conditions that are perhaps not life-threatening immediately, but eventually might develop in us a heart condition or diabetes or these things, that come from often from a lot of weight gain and stuff like that. All right, so that was the inspirational quote, everybody. I don't know if you enjoyed that, but there we go. Let me look at, oh, Rob is commenting, haha, this is, now I missed a lot of comments, so I'm going to be backtracking, but Rob is laughing that I said Bardeen. He says, greeting from Bardin, which is Berlin. If you were with us at the beginning, everybody, you will know what I'm talking about. So let's go back. I'm going to wrap this up soon. Did I forget something? Oh, yeah. Here's what I forgot before I see the rest of your comments. If you're watching this, everybody, go to our famous and very popular gift shop online. Have you seen this? Look, I'm pointing in the wrong direction. You know that I see a mirror image of this, so that's why I went, right, wait, so I have to go like this. Yeah. All right. So this is our gift shop, and do you see that we have flash drives with our very attractive logo on them, okay? And you can get flash drives. They make a great gift. Maybe for New Year's if you don't get it on time for Christmas, right? But who knows? Maybe you will get it on time for Christmas. You will support our little online mission. Check that out, everybody, for original gift ideas, okay? Because give something to someone that's good for them. They can get the video course in 3 parts on Divine Liturgy. It's an ongoing course, so it's not the complete Divine Liturgy, but there's plenty of material there, over 30 videos of each little bit of liturgy analyzed, explained, not in a boring way, also not in a watered down way, but there's a balance that people are finding helpful to their more conscious and prayerful participation in Divine Liturgy. Okay, so check that out. Where do you find this? But don't leave our show right now, because I know you're going to scramble while supplies last onto our gift shop. Here's the link. You can do it after you watch this video, okay? Do not abandon us, because Juliet will cry inconsolably. Who else is with us? Stephen Anderson, Just a Cat, and Julie Lucky. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of people with us today. And I have to catch up. All right, so Marcy is saying, good challenging endeavors always seem to work a little better when there is someone to go it with. Right, yes. So Marcy's commenting on our intention with a good friend of mine to connect this upcoming Nativity fast. For some of you, not upcoming, but already upon you. Nativity fast, we're going to connect it with some weight loss objectives. All right? So Frank has a question mark. I don't know what he is referring to. Michelle Kochev, hello, from Huntsville, Alabama. Hello, Michelle. Good to see you. Phil Harwell, you too. Hello. Great to see you. David Bullock, my friend. Julie Lucky, great to see you. She says she wants an invisible kitten too. Just a Cat says hello from Texas. So good to see and listen to you again. Thanks, Just a Cat. Stephen Anderson, hello, good day to all. So, Rob is saying he's known as Dysomnia here. Dysomnia. I don't know what that means, everybody. I don't know if Rob does. Howdy, he says. I'm in the studio in Berlin, so I might drop out of the conversation, but it's nice to see you and the zillions again. Rob knows that this goes on, and he's going to probably drop out. Good for you to comment, our friend Rob. Marcel Roos, good morning, Sister Vassa. Hello, Marcel. Lynn Tomlinson is saying hi to Rob. We miss you. We do miss you, Rob. Andis Taxis, that's Ami. When will Juliet finally make an appearance on screen? Just a short one. Is she still too shy? Well, I don't know if she's shy. She's just, she's mysterious. And I think that we have to maintain the mystery of Juliet because then she won't be Juliet the Mysterious anymore, So I don't know. We'll see about that. Dysomnia, who is Rob, a cinematic masterpiece to be sure. I forgot now what he's commenting on because that was a while ago.
Hallmark movies.
Hallmark movies. Right. Marcy saying, yay, Rob. Hi over there in Berlin. Glad you got to hang out with the crew for Thanksgiving. Hugs to you. Lynn is saying, sounds like Easter eggs. All right. I don't know what that's a reference to. Ami's saying, hi, Rob. Hope you're having fun wherever you are. And everybody else is saying, hi, Rob. Yvonne and Julie is saying, we miss you, Rob. I'll bet Juliet doesn't have a squid t-shirt. Juliet is quite a bold dresser, I would say. She's not to be outdone, right? In this area, not to be outdone. Yvonne is saying hello to Rob, and Julie is saying we miss you. Oh, sorry, I already read that. Bob Kervanis is thanking me for the invisible kitten. Colin Goodrich. Greetings, sister. My wife and I are Ethiopian Orthodox. We went with a close friend who is also Ethiopian Orthodox. We visited Holy Trinity Russian Orthodox Church for the first time here in Toronto. Oh, all right. Well, good for you. I don't think I've been there. Yeah, I don't think I've been to. Have I been to Toronto at all? I don't think I have been. Or are we supposed to say Toronto the way they do up there, right? I don't know if I know how to say that. Ron McBride, greetings from South Dakota. Please pray for oh my God, your mom passed away. Oh, well, it's painful for you, but may she bless you with her prayers, right? What is her name, Ron? I think you told us last week, right? And then now, or did you not tell us before we got off the show? Deanna is saying, anyway, may God open his gates wide to your mother, okay, of his heavenly kingdom. We're sorry for your loss, however, Ron. It's painful to lose your mom, right, to say the least. So, yes, as Christian, I said this, I think, in connection to Father Taft's death, that we do grieve the physical separation. Doesn't mean we don't believe in the resurrection, but we do experience the pain of separation when somebody dies, right? Why? Because we're not going with them yet. We can't join them. We can't follow them right now where they are. We will, but the pain is that now they're making their journey in a place where we are not. And I personally find that painful. All right, so Diana, hey Rob, I miss your comics. Yeah, we do, right? Rob is preparing a wall calendar. We got to a little bit late, but he's agreed to make a new wall calendar for 2019. It's not up on our gift shop yet because it's not ready yet, but I'm eager to see what he comes up with. All right. Donna in Florida is with us. Hello, Donna in Florida. Beatles Eternally. Hello, Beatles Eternally. I was wondering where you are. How are you? Warm greetings to you as well. You're being greeted by Beatles Eternally. Can't ignore a Beatle, right? All right, all of them together. Just a cat. Yay, Catalina must come from Catherine. So happy name day for me too. Oh, do you think so, Catalina? See, I would have to check that out. Colin, anyway, happy name day to you, Just a Cat. Colin, I should say, instead of be pedantic about it. Well, I don't know. Sister Vassa said, as if she knows. We have to check that out and get back to you. Colin Goodrich, the Archbishop was in Toronto. Now I'm trying to say it all correct. At Holy Trinity Russian Orthodox Church with the healing icon of Mary. I did not get a chance to go, but my wife and my friend did. They were both very touched. Oh, okay. So I don't know which icon we're talking about, but was it the one from Hawaii? Amazing, right? This icon. But there's also one in Taylor, Pennsylvania, right? An icon that's people are visiting a lot. Father Jim, my friend Father Jim, he knows who he is. Dutko of Birmingham. Oh, sorry, Binghamton. Good thing Juliet is on the ball here. Binghamton, New York. A good friend of mine. Hello, Father Jim. I think you'll probably watch this eventually, my good friend. Anyway, he told me about that icon, and it sounds quite amazing. Rod Kiriakou, greetings from a Greek Orthodox Christian of Cypriot origins, Church of Cyprus. I'm glad to know what Cypriot means. I'm just being facetious, my friend. God bless you, sister. Thank you. Is it Rodi? It's Rodi. Okay. Hello, Rodi. Thank you for your blessings. Nightingale. Hello, Rob. How you're doing well. It says how you're doing well. All right, I do have to sign off. How long has this been now? I love you people. I really do. Do support us. Sign up for the audio podcasts. All right? Check out the gift shop. Just be all over it, everybody. Okay? Support us. Just sign up. You don't have to listen to it. But you will like it. You will like it if you sign up for our audio podcasts. Very informative, very much fun that we have as our little family of zillions. People don't know what zillions means if they haven't been following Coffee with Sister Vassa from the very beginning. It's an inside joke that you only get if you're very special. If you just a second, I am going to reveal the mysterious meaning of zillion. If you just wait 1 second. Here it comes. Is everybody ready? If you don't know the mystery of the term zillion, very important and contemporary Orthodox theology. Here it is. It's the inside joke is that we say we have zillions of followers, and if you do follow us, you're one in a zillion. All right? It's a little bit of self-deprecating humor. Need I explain that more? Okay, Jane is with us. Hello, Jane. Good to hear from Rob and happy to see that you are safely returned to Vienna after your difficult adventure to the U.S. Yes, it was an adventure. Condolences to Ron, says Jane. Indeed, everybody, let's pray for Ron's mother, who is recently deceased. Beatles eternally, I am well. Thank you, sister. One of my dogs is watching as well. Oh, well, that's a good... I was going to do that's a good doggy. But I didn't pull it off. I was going to really get into that role of the person that does that. Beatles eternally says, he and I try to be here every week. All right. Well, see, I don't have a good relationship with dogs usually, but your dog might be an exception. Because maybe, anyway, I've talked about this before and we have to go. I will talk about it a different time. It's a traumatic topic for me, really. Look how dark it's getting, Juliet. I look a little bit vampiric at this point. Love to you and all the zillions, says Marcy. And Cynthia has to go to work. And Rob is saying, thanks for all the greetings. And I miss all of you. I have to go too. Hopefully I'll make it back soon. And thank you, Sister Vassa and Juliet. Well, thanks, Rob, for the special guest star appearance in this form. Anastasia is here. She's saying I'm avoiding closure. I know, right? I love to see all of these comments. Hello, Cornell Tattoo. We have to go. All right? We have to go, everybody. So, same time, same place. See you next week. Have a blessed transition to December. I think that's going to happen. Is it going to happen? I have to go, right? I just have to go. All right, I'm just going to do it. I'm going. Visit our website. I love you. Goodbye. Keep praying for us, everybody. Bye.